Hello, welcome back to Gas Studio Tabletop Football, where we're looking at this stuff today. So we've got the seated terrace out the way as a sort of mini-series stroke project that we're doing. So that leaves a bit of a space for doing something else. Don't worry, the wooden table, is in process. We will get back to that soon. But for something that we can do indoors when it's raining, like it is today, thought we'd look at these floodlights. Now, these bits and pieces were donated to the channel by Subutio Asylum some time ago. And I've always said we're going to sort of restore them or change them or basically make some sort of floodlights out of these bits and pieces. Seems to, we don't want these going to waste. So what I'm going to do is I don't think I'm going to sort of restore them into original working order because they were battery powered. Now, before we go any further, I guess if you've never seen these before, should explain. They come in sort of, three sort of main parts. So you've got the head or the lighting unit, which has got some sort of LEDs in there. You've got the sort of body or the legs or whatever you call it, which is a two-part section. They sort of slot in like that. And then you've got like a battery pack. And then you put some batteries in there, and then it's all wired up. And then the idea is you can switch it on and off. Job done. You have some floodlights. Now, I don't want batteries. Batteries are a pain in a so-and-so. So what I want to do is somehow restore this up or change this so that it runs off the same sort of things like little cabinet lights or LED lights. I'm pretty sure I've seen some little sort of rectangular type cabinet lights that might be useful to go in there. So whether or not I just stick them on the front or somehow take this apart and put them inside, I don't know. We're going to sort of see how we go with it. Now, one of these head units is a bit loose there, so we may have to take it all apart. I don't know. And then we'll see where we go with that. I don't really know what we're doing. I'm just sort of cleaning them up in a minute. So these were stored in a cardboard box. This is the reason why I'm cleaning them up. And when I got them out, just not long ago, they were covered in some sort of residue. Got it all over my hands. Inevitably, it went in my mouth. So that tasted horrible. And I had this sort of plastic resin type taste. I was spitting out all over the floor. And these were some of these things were a little bit sort of sticky. Now, I know what happened. In the same box, there was a bit of 3D printed plastic. And in the heat of the summer, that had like broken down and turned into this sort of like resiny syrup. And it leaked over the bottom of the box. Luckily, the box soaked most of it up, but some of it did get on these. However, I have cleaned them up with isopropyl alcohol, so IPA cleaner. Now I'm glad to say they are no longer sticky. They're back to normal, so we can work with them. Now, like I said, LED, I think, is a way forward for these. Some sort of cabinet lighting. What I'm going to do with the legs, I don't know. The options are, keep them as they are, two pieces. Like that, simple. Or perhaps we could find some way, because I've got enough here for sort of not quite three. I haven't got three heads, but I've got enough for the bodies for three floodlights. But I only really need two, so maybe we could sort of somehow fit them together so they're a nice solid, four-sided body. Still utilize these, because what I want them to have is like a weighted bottom piece so you can connect them in. I mean, effectively, if you're not using batteries, once you've threaded through your cable, you could fill this with a little bit of concrete. That'd be nice and weighty, and that'll stop them getting knocked over. And then we'll see where we go from now. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really know where it's going to go. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what sort of lights we can get, and how realistic it is to get these into a sort of four. There's actually, I look at these. There's actually four of them. So we got four of I've got four floodlight bodies basically. I thought it was three. So I've got four floodlight bodies, two heads, two battery bases, and one non-battery base. Anyway, that's for me to think about. Obviously got a few bits and pieces there. I think I've got some other bits and pieces knocking around. But we'll see what we got, and then we'll see what we can do. Just about cleaning them up today, and then next time I will have some sort of plan on where we're going with this. All right? Sound. So it's something else for us to do here at Gas Beauty Tabletop Football. Now, I was at football yesterday. Watched Rovers do an amazing comeback against Plymouth Argyle. If you don't know what the score was, go and have a look at it. I'll be honest with you, I think Argyle were lucky to get away with what they did in the end, which was probably as surprising for them as it was for us, especially after what happened in first half. But nonetheless, that's where we went. So, until next time, I'm going to have to say up the gas, and to any of Plymouth Argyle friends out there, what can we say really? 2-0 and you're fun.